Okay guys, hey, so today I wanted to show you how you can knit with plastic yarn, or it's called Plarn, I guess for short. So what you'll need is a thing of scissors. These are my favorite scissors from the Dollar Tree, the Betty Crocker brand, and some plastic bags, and that's pretty much it. So, and of course, knitting needles if you're going to knit with your Plarn, or a crochet hook. I personally knit. I've been knitting since 7th grade, but I kind of know how to crochet. Not very good at it, so if you guys want to see another video of how to actually knit, I will definitely do that if you want. If not, then disregard that. But anyway, so first of all, you need your plastic bag. If you want different colors, you obviously have to have different colors of bags. I pretty much just have these white kind, you know, like Walmart, Target, CVS, places like that. So the red will show up besides the white or the blue with Walmart. I did find this one gray bag, and I thought it would be easier to show you guys with that first. This is a Lowe's bag, and it is a little bit smaller, so it's not going to make as much yarn, Plarn, but that's okay. I'm just going to test this out. I watched some videos on it today, and I was like, that's a really cool idea. And some people were doing it for, like to make mats for homeless people to put underneath their blankets so it wouldn't get as wet and things like that. I thought it was really cool. Also, you want bags. Obviously, they don't have holes in them. This one has a little hole, so I'm going to have to see how it turns out, if it's right through the middle of a yarn or not. A little strand of it. I don't know. So anyway, you want to take your bag. You want to make sure it's flat, first of all. Where the little darts here at the bottom. So just make sure it's flat. And we're, you know, not going to mess with up here or anything. So you just want to fold it in half. Was it hot dog? Hamburger? It's been way too long. Okay. And then you want to fold it in half again. And then again, depending on how fat your bag is, I guess. How big your bag is. Like this one's one of those little tiny ones. Not super tiny, but okay. And then you want to cut down after all this handle business. So you can kind of see right here where it, you know, has all those little tearaway parts, so we don't want to mess around with that. So I'll cut a little bit below that to get away from it. Okay, I gotta fold mine, it's coming apart again. Okay, so fold this, and fold again. Okay, I'm gonna cut. You guys can see that right about there. Hopefully miss everything. Then we're gonna fold it in half this way. So you have the raw edges on the bottom, and then you have the sewn bottom edge. So anyway, you just want to cut in about, I'd say about 1-inch strips. That'll make good size. So anyway, take this here. And the bag's cut super easy, so see that right there? And then you cut again. This one. And again. There's another one. And that one. The last one's going to be a little chunky. Here's the fold. Like that. And then cut that where the line was. Yeah, that's probably bigger than 1 inch. Oh, wow. So anyway, when you unfold it, you will end up with a ring. You can see I didn't do the best of lines here. It's not I should have cut it a little better, but that's okay. So what you do with that, throw away your handle parts. You want to take this ring and you just do slip knot from one ring to the next, and that's what's going to make your yarn. So here's I'll put the fat pieces together. Make it a little more gradient, I guess. So put one inside the other, pull through the middle, ta-da! And then you just keep adding on. What's another fatter piece? Now these are pretty skinny. Okay, try to make yours more even. I think it will end up better. Oh. So I forgot, little FYI, your last piece is the sewn bottom part. I forgot, you gotta cut at the bottom too. Oh, I fail at these. So you want to cut the bottom at the top and the bottom, cut the sewn part off the bag, or just discard the bottom one, whichever. Probably would have been more even, but that's okay. So take your next one. You got your piece you already put together. Slide through on top and then pull it there. Okay, there's that one. Then you just keep going. And I'll do a close-up for you guys, just in case you don't know how to make the knot. So here's the end we're adding it onto. That. Push that through to the bottom. And then pull it through there. I know it's kind of hard to see. So there. Through the back side. Okay. Then I have 3 more pieces left from just that one bag. So you get quite a lot from each bag. Kind of, you know, doing your own. Oops. Okay, that one didn't work out. That one was too skinny. Or that's probably where the hole was on that one. We're just going to pull that back out. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about, some bags are a lot flimsier than others. See, this one has already, because I pulled it kind of hard, has already kind of started getting weak there. So like this was a thinner bag. The Walmart and the Target bags feel a lot thicker. This is, you know, like the crappy trash bag kind. So I would recommend using a higher quality plastic bag, if that's the thing. Because I'm worried that if you would pull on this too much, that it could snap off. So last one. Push down through. Oops. Didn't work. There. Okay, so there we go. We have about, what's that? Each one about 2.5, 3 feet. So, I'm a magician. And then what you want to do is just kind of roll it up into a ball, so then you have it just like regular yarn. I go this way for a little bit, take it off my fingers, and then start rolling it the next way so it's not so tangled. And I haven't knit with this yet, so I'm going to test it out and see how it goes. I think it would just be really similar to knitting with 2 strands of yarn. You just got to make sure you're picking up both when you're adding on. So yeah, there's my little ball of yarn from one little teeny bag. the plastic yarn for a little bit. It was a lot harder than I thought, so I would recommend don't just try knitting for the first time with this Plarn. It's kind of hard to maneuver. If you're a veteran, I definitely say try it out if you're looking for something kind of difficult and new and different besides using yarn. I feel like it takes a while. I just cast it on a few loops to check it out. And that's what it looks like so far. But I was going to try out on my circular needles so I could make some kind of like bag, but it ended up being a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, definitely if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just kind of hard to maneuver. It kind of slides off sometimes because it's plastic. And you don't need that much to make, you know, a lengthy item. But if you're going to make a mat or something like that, then it's going to take a lot of bags, and it's going to take a good long time, probably longer than if you were just using yarn, because I can knit so much faster. This is definitely a challenge. So anyway, but if you want to try it out, just let me know how it goes. If you're, you know, crocheting or knitting, I don't know which one would actually be better. For me, I'm not a very good crocheter, so not crocheting. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I want to do more knitting videos, and more DIYs and stuff like that. Or check out some of my hauls. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye guys.